Hi, welcome to Naadi Astrology. My name is Dr. Naadi-srinivasan Shastri. We have finished Jupiter and Mercury, Jupiter and Venus. Now we are going to take up Jupiter and Saturn together in a Raasi conjunction. Jupiter in conjunction with Saturn. What all happens to the native when Saturn is there with the Jupiter? Okay. About Jupiter, is the native, is the guru, is the child, whatever it is. Clear. Now about the Saturn. Saturn is nothing but obstacles. First point is obstacles. Saturn is hardships. Long-standing hardships. Obstacles comes and goes, but hardships will remain until the native sees a better period. It is fixed for a period according to the transit of the Saturn, transiting from one Raasi to another. Profession. Saturn is always telling about profession only. The main job of a native's profession is known through the Saturn placed in his chart. Okay? And actions and services. When we say profession, Saturn is also for actions. Actions about any type of actions. Purchasing or walking or even doing services. All these actions. Okay? That is given by Saturn. Limbs. Saturn is also denoted by limbs. Okay? It signifies about the limbs. I'll tell you where you have to use it and how you have to use that particular word limbs. Right? Now Jupiter with Saturn. Whenever Jupiter is in conjunction with Saturn, immaterial of the Raasi, immaterial of the gender, male chart or a female chart, he will give a lot of problems or he will be giving a lot of obstacles to the native in his childhood days. The native, he or she, will suffer a lot during her childhood days when Saturn is there with Jupiter. And of course up till 12 years, that is there. Because after the first round, okay, he will be relieved. By the time Saturn also moves into a different sign, transiting part of it I am talking. But even otherwise, when Saturn is there with Jupiter together in one Raasi, immaterial of the Raasi, and the native, he or she, will suffer a lot. Of course, sometimes it drags on for a long period also. And this will not be there if at all there is a benefic planet aspect. Don't come into blind conclusion that always these people are worried. No. They will be seeing the better periods after this exhaustion or exhaustion. After this finishing, they will definitely see a better period when the benefic planet aspects come into the picture. Okay, for Jupiter and Saturn. So obstacles over hardships will be there for a long time. Profession. Jupiter and Saturn, they are together, okay. And for this native, he or she, the Saturn will give good profession, but may delay in giving the profession. Because Saturn is always slow. Right now we are taking native into picture. We are not talking about Saturn. So he will delay or he will bring a little bit of problems with their colleagues or with their own people wherever he works. Fine. And this native, though he has a profession or though he works, in case if he works at the early stages, he will be having a strenuous profession, means he will have a lot of hard work to be done in the institution, or if it is a business, in the business he will be toiling a lot. Not only that one thing, he will be travel. A long distance travel also is given by Saturn. long distance travels. So in that profession he has to travel long distance also. If we take Jupiter into consideration, immaterial of the Raasi, Jupiter and Saturn together, in any chart, the native may be he or she, there will be long distance travel for profession, or there will be hurdles inside the profession, or there will be problems with the colleagues, or there will be delay in getting the profession. These are all the things given by Saturn. And early childhood days will be a little problematic period. Sometimes you can see this combination people, not all, sometimes they will be leading their childhood days in a very bad state. They will not have proper dresses to wear. Don't mistake me, it is not in all the cases. There is an exceptional rule also. But maximum what I have seen, without a benefic planet aspect, this will be the state. After that they are going to recover, after that they are going to become stars, that is different. Early stages only will be troublesome. This is about Saturn and Jupiter. Now let's jump into Saturn, the profession. When you take Saturn into consideration, the influencing person is not Jupiter. Because when there are two planets, you have to read both. Saturn is profession. How the profession will be based? Because of Jupiter. Jupiter's qualities will be given to the profession. And how the Jupiter will be there? Saturn is there, all the problems will be there for the native. This is how you are going to see about the combinations or conjunction. If three planets are there, again, that's a different issue. I will come back to that also later. So, Saturn is the profession. When Jupiter is there, this gentleman will carry on either profession in a bank or professions in hospitals where public is there, or profession like a school teacher, or because this is Guru, these people will catch hold of a profession like a school teacher. All these things will be there. Profession as a school teacher, profession as a HR, human resources, trainer, coach, lecturers, and bank serving the public. Because services is also here, actions and services. One of the action or services is Saturn, the native who is having both, immediately he or she will do services for the public, will do services for the people. Clear? So this is how we take Saturn into consideration when he is with Jupiter. And the profession will be good. It will be a very good, respected profession. People respect them in their profession. Such a profession they will get. Only thing is the native will have a little sufferings, but the profession will be good. See the fun here. Okay? So now we are taking two planets and trying to influence each planet according to the other planet's significations. Clear? And long distance travels in the profession. Limbs. Actually, when Saturn is there with Jupiter, most of the people whom I have seen, people having Jupiter and Saturn together, will have problems in the limbs. Either it may be arteries problem, it may be varicose veins problem. This is what I have noticed. I don't know if you people have not noticed that, you can tell me, I can just change my opinion. But my research, I have done this and I have found this. Limbs will be the first part. And if it goes deep into it, there are so many other parameters which we will not look at it now. We will come to that later. Okay? So, this is about Saturn and Jupiter. Saturn is the profession giver. If it is the profession, Jupiter is a teacher, Jupiter is a guru, Jupiter is a HR, Jupiter is one thing here. When we take guru into aspect, this native, he or she is guru, will be having a lot of problems in it. Though he may be a guru, but he will have a lot of problems. Such a person will enter into his or her life to be a guru, to teach her something, to teach her about life, to teach her about spirituality. Clear? And publicity. Yeah, publicity. About the publicity, when Jupiter, if you take Jupiter into consideration, publicity is one of the significations of Jupiter. It will be in a long distance places. Even in long distance places, publicity will be there for this native, he or she. Clear? Okay, now I have finished Saturn till here. I think we will end the session here. If you like my videos, give a thumbs up. If you want to see more of it, you can just subscribe to my channel. Okay, comments. Every time I will be saying that you are welcome for your beautiful comments. And it must be so that I must have the knowledge to answer it. I don't blame you all. I blame myself because I don't have knowledge. If I don't have knowledge to answer it, it will be bad for me. Okay, so kindly put questions where I can answer. This is my request. Clear? Okay, I'm joking. Jokes apart. So next time we are coming with Rahu and Ketu, and we are going to finish the second step. Third step will be still beautiful. Okay, so till I see you for the next time. Goodbye.